We are counting down the days to first pitch for Salukis softball.
Lined into right field. 1 run will score. Baker scores. Everybody else moves up 1. And the line drive hit by Sage Grand makes it a 1-0 Saluki lead.
It's time to get to know your Salukis.
Fly ball left field. Back goes Watt. Back. It goes over the fence for a home run.
Here's the voice of Saluki softball, Mike Trude.
Hello again, Saluki Nation. I am Mike Trude, previewing this year's softball Saluki team, a team that made it all the way to the championship game of the Missouri Valley Conference last year, went to the NCAA tournament the previous 2 years. So yes, winning is definitely the norm around Southern Illinois University with the softball program. Today, talking to Mikaela Coburn, a transfer from John A. Logan College from Paducah, Kentucky, and you would have thought that she was born into the Missouri Valley Conference. Her first year with SIU, all first-team Missouri Valley Conference. So we are really pleased to have Mikaela with us. And Mikaela, first off, did you have any idea coming in that it would be so easy for you?
I don't know about easy, but I definitely didn't expect the accolades that I did coming in. I had a lot of seniors and a lot of leadership last year that kind of showed me the way and how we do things. And I think I tried to soak that all in and all of that information. And I learned a lot, especially from Emma Austin last year. I learned a lot from her, and it made me so much better. We'll
talk a little bit more about Emma as we go along. Transitioned here from John A. Logan College. And I know talking with you a year ago, when you were coming out of high school, you looked at SIU's roster and went, it would really be a tough roster to crack to get some meaningful playing time, which is why you chose to go the community college route. And obviously it paid off.
Yeah, I think that was the best decision I could have made for myself, and I'm so thankful to have went that route. I think I learned a lot playing at a JUCO, and it's a lot different than here, and I just think that I experienced something completely different that a lot of people don't experience, and it's a lot of work, and sometimes that can get overlooked, but JUCO kids seriously work so hard, and so I'm proud to be from that, and I take a lot of pride in that, and I'm so glad that I could carry over to last year, and I had a really successful year, and I think that I was just able to show that, like, JUCO kids can go in, and they can do it, and I'm really proud of that.
Talk about the transition from John A. to here, run by a former Saluki over there, and it seemed seamless for you, but I'm sure it wasn't all roses coming in.
Yeah.
What were some of the tougher things in the transition?
Yeah, I think at a JUCO, it's really hard to get a lot of bonding and a lot of team chemistry because it's only people that are there for 1 or 2 years, and it's only underclassmen. And so it can get kind of tricky to throw everyone in, and you don't have that time together, where here is completely different. Like, we are all so close and we're so bonded. Not that we're not at John A, because we were, but it's different. You have more time to build those friendships and that trust, and that pays off so much here, and I think you can see that when we play on the field too. So that was the biggest transition. It's just like opening myself up more for people and kind of being vulnerable in that way and showing my personality more. It's been a lot of fun, but it was a learning curve.
Competition, obviously, from junior college to D1 is a large jump. Was it harder than you thought it was going to be? Was it easier? Was the schedule that you played at John A good prep for making the move to the D1 level, and especially with the early spring schedule that Southern played a year ago?
Yeah, I would say that my whole travel ball career, I played against some of the highest competition and the toughest teams, which helped a lot. But also the fall of my freshman year, we only played D1 schools, and so I still got to hit off of teams that I'm playing even now. And so I kind of got to prepare for that, and I got that experience under my belt. The competition is a lot different. So the spring wasn't as competitive, but I feel I was able to at least get some reps in and be successful in that. And so I was prepared whenever I came for the fall. I didn't know exactly what to expect, and obviously it was challenging, and I had a difficult time at first kind of adjusting to that, but I think toward the beginning, middle of the season, I just fell right into place.
You mentioned travel ball, and in a lot of sports, volleyball, softball, some of the other sports, it's individuals competing as a team in travel ball, whereas football, you're playing 7-on-7 with your high school teammates or whatever in summer practices. So you do get to kind of test the waters
Yeah.
with some high level competition. Is that when you know I've got the goods to play at those next levels, as you climb in travel ball?
I think so. I think just testing yourself and putting yourself against some of the best competition, people your age or even older than you, I think that's a good testament as to who you are as a player and like how well you can compete against those players. And it's really cool to see people too that you compete with go to these other schools that you play or like Power Four schools. It's really cool to see and kind of gauge where you were and where they were and kind of grow up with these people.
You guys started 1-12 last year. I'm sure hardly anybody on the entire team had gone through a losing streak like
Yeah.
that, whether it was high school or college, because you're all phenomenal athletes. And coming from that, what was that like starting out 1-12 and the team was not playing good fundamental softball either? I mean, it seemed like everything was falling apart.
Yeah.
To then all of a sudden end the season as hot as you all did. What was that like?
It was really challenging, being on a losing streak like that. It's not easy. I don't think anyone thought it was easy, but it's really tough. Just feeling like you're constantly losing or even like losing innings or losing at bats, that's really tough. But I think we also all knew who we were and who we could be as a team. And so when we got home, we had our away tournaments or preseason tournaments, and then we came home and we had hosted our first home tournament, and it was like a switch flipped. It was like we knew what we had. We were confident. We had the dog pound. We had our home fans, and that makes a really big difference. And the environment and the atmosphere was ours. And I think that we kind of like just soaked that all in too. We just played our best. And from there, that carried the momentum. And so then from there, it felt like through season, we were just killing it.
What did you like most about your season a year ago, and what did you dislike most about your season?
I will tell you what I dislike first.
Okay.
I dislike the lack of confidence that I had in myself at the beginning and kind of the imposter syndrome that I went through. Like, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve these things. I don't deserve these accolades. I shouldn't be here. But I'm really proud of myself for overcoming that. I'm really proud that I I stepped up for myself and for my team, and I feel like I fell into my role really well. And I started to learn, especially toward the end too, that I do deserve this. And I worked really hard, just like everyone else did on our team, to deserve these accolades. And it doesn't make me any less deserving because I came from a JUCO.
You hit 357 a year ago. You were seventh in the MVC in batting, 2 home runs,
Yes.
slap or power. That's what people want to know. What do you prefer? And does it change from game to game, to pitcher to pitcher? How do you go through that to go? Because you showed power. You showed you can get it in the alleys. You got triples. You can go and you can fly. So how do you make that decision?
I would say, honestly, from at bat to at bat, I kind of read the defense first. So my first at bat, a lot of the time people will think I'm going to slap or put a bunt down. And so I'll hit it, I'll swing. And then my next at bat, they might think I'm going to swing. So they'll play up on me. And then, or they'll play back on me. So then I'll drop down a bunt or a chop slap. And I think that really works out to my advantage. Which one do I like better? It's more fun to hit the home runs for me. It's more fun, but I also think that laying down a good chop slap, that's so much fun too. It really just depends, but I've been working really hard this offseason on my swinging away. So I hope to be a lot stronger in that department and hopefully get that number up from 2.
How does Meade help you with that transition to, you can hit home runs before a lot of the weightlifting probably came into play. Now that he's got you on, a steady regimen, do you feel bigger, faster, stronger?
Yeah, I feel just sharpened up in every department. I feel like I am stronger and I'm a lot faster. And I talked to Mead about that, and we have goals that I set for myself, and he's helped me achieve those goals. And I think last year I made so much progress, especially with the weightlifting aspect and getting stronger. So we've been working on getting faster this semester. And I think that both of them have paid off a lot because, again, I feel so much sharper in my game now. I feel like I can hit the ball so much further, but I can also beat out a bunt.
Emma Austin, that
Mhm.
name came up within about a minute
Mhm.
of us starting our interview. Uh, all everything center fielder.
Yeah.
You couldn't help but learn just by
Mhm.
being next to her. But what were some of the things that you took away from playing next to Emma all last year?
Oh my gosh. Well, like
We've got an
everything.
hour. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we, how much time do we have? Because I could sit all day and talk about her. She's like one of my best friends. I love her. She's such a good human. And I learned obviously so much on the field. Again, like how could you not? So many people learn from her, but she also was in my ear all year last year. Like, your time will come. You earn this. Like, this is yours, and you deserve your flowers. And I think having a voice like that was so refreshing for me. Like, we would just go on walks all the time last year and just talk, and it was so helpful to me. So if I could be that for anybody, then I would say I did a good job.
Your expectations for you offensively this year.
Mhm.
What do you want to improve upon from the gaudy numbers that you had a year ago?
Um, I think, well, I would like to cut down the strikeouts. That was my number one goal for this year. I think again, some of that was just a lot of the adjustments. And then some of those strikeouts just happened. But I think if I could cut that number down and a lot of those become hits, hopefully get my average up. And but my really big goal too is the home runs. It's like really all I've worked on this fall. So I want to make it a bigger part of my game because I think I used sometimes I'd use like swinging as a crutch for my slapping. If my slapping wasn't on, then I'll just swing. But I want to be just as good if you took my slap away. I want to be really good at my swing, just like everyone else is. And I think I have a lot of hitters around me that have helped me so much with that that I feel like I'm constantly getting better.
I get a feeling from most of the girls on the team that it's fun being the hunted as the team to beat in the Missouri
Hmm.
Valley Conference. Expectations, as we know, are always NCAA regional or
Hmm.
bust for you all. How close is that team before you've ever played a game with the mindset and the preparation to potentially get there again?
Yeah, I think everyone that felt the things that we felt in the last game last year, like, want to win so bad. We all talk about all the time how excited we are to host conference and how excited we are to play in front of our home fans. And I that helps so much. And I also think like those feelings, I know for me personally, I've carried them with me. I do not want to feel that feeling again. And I think a lot of people feel that way too. So we're all on the same page and getting the newcomers on page too, on the same page. And I think that we all collectively, our goals to win.
We'll finish on this. Academics
Hmm.
is such an important piece of the culture of the program. What are you studying? What do you want to do when all is said and done with your career?
Yeah, so I'm planning to major in marketing and I'm getting my minor in accounting. Um, And with that, I don't know exactly what I want to do. I obviously want to do something in the business realm, but I would love to do some social media marketing for companies. I
Hear
would
that,
love,
Luke?
yeah. Um, I would love to do like any sort of like digital marketing I love as well. So that's kind of my goal.
Well, if you have half the year you had a year ago and even expound on that a little bit, I think right field is going to be fine. I think the Saluki program is going to be fine. Congratulations on
Thank
last year, and best of luck to you this year.
Thank you so much.
That's Mikaela Coburn, Saluki softball player. She is a junior this year and hoping to get the Salukis back to the NCAA tournament. I'm Mike Trude. So long for a while. We'll have another Saluki softball player coming up.
This has been Saluki Royalty, the official podcast for Saluki Athletics. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review however you listen. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Saluki Sports Network.